Good morning. When James and I were asked to share about why we give and the importance of stewardship at PCUM, my thoughts kept going to this sign we have in our home that says, faith, family, football. A gift from someone who knows us well, and while the football part is meant to be somewhat funny, it's the first part that is why I kept thinking of this sign for this topic. Two words that so neatly sum up what is most important to us. Faith and family. When I was thinking about how to best express from the heart why we give to the church, it really boils down to that simple answer. These are the two most important things in our lives. Faith and family is what we are always striving to prioritize, so we choose to put our resources and support behind what's most important to us. These two things, faith and family, are interrelated in my mind. In our family, we have 3 kids. We have Maddie, who's 9, Jack, who's 7, and Jaden, who just turned 1. James and I want to give our kids the best foundation for a positive life, and faith is at the very core of what we want to give to them. We feel we have found that support here at PCUM, that our children can feel like a part of a church family, learn they are perfect in God's eyes just the way they are, and have strong values and morals forged into their hearts from a very young age. Life these days is complicated, from technology and virtual everything at young ages, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, all different kinds of influences. We know we won't be able to control everything as they get older, but what we can do is surround them with good influences, a strong foundation in faith, and a relationship with God to help them navigate this crazy world. From kids' church sermons, Pastor Greg's individual connections with each of the kids, Mary, Sunday school, the pageants, Mesh, these are all ways that our children can grow in their faith at PCUM and experience giving back to others around us. The Mesh experience was one of my favorites, one I'll never forget. If you haven't yet been a part of it, I highly recommend it. As Pastor Greg always says, you will get way more out of it than the people that you serve. Maddie and Jack cooked for and then served food to families in need. I'll never forget how my kids jumped right in to serve and talked to all of the people one by one and how it put a smile on their faces and the pride my children felt in turn. PCUM is a very special place for many reasons, but most importantly is Pastor Greg. His leadership and commitment to this church and all the people here is quite special. If anyone is ever going through tough times or needs support or prayer or guidance or counseling, Pastor Greg is there for you. I wanted to share some incredible news. I haven't even shared it with Pastor Greg yet, but a few months back I had reached out about my dad who has been in stage 5 kidney failure and in need of a transplant. And the church has been praying for him. And just this past Thursday, we got the miraculous news that they had a matched donor, and my dad went through transplant surgery at Penn down in Philadelphia. And he still has a long road ahead of him, but it's truly a gift from God, and we're very thankful for all of the prayers. So going back to where we started, faith and family, I would encourage you to think about what is most important to you and how do you support that. For us, we want this church to be strong and to keep thriving, and the only way that can happen is through all of our stewardship. We want to take care of this church and support it with our presence and our resources, and I think pledges can feel like a scary thing sometimes, a commitment, no matter how big or small the amount, especially coming out of what we've all lived through in the past almost 2 years of pandemic life with so much uncertainty in jobs and life in general, careers, health. We've approached it by trying to plan ahead and build it into our family's budget. Just like groceries or school or kids' activities or taxes, it's part of our obligation to the life we want to lead. And I know that planning ahead can greatly help the church to be able to manage their operations and plan for the future. So why do we give, and why is stewardship of this church important to us? It goes back to where I started. Faith, family, and maybe a little football, and nourishing that which is most important to you. Thank you.